Hey, welcome back to the Garage to Orloff Show. It's Sunday morning, February 13th, 2021. No, 2022 actually. Well, we're coming to you live from Olathe, Kansas. I believe it's Olathe. I probably gotta get off the train tracks. It looks cool, I guess, but I don't want to get hit by a train live on YouTube. Hey, look at these railroad ties. Yeah. Here's all the heroic truckers by a truck stop here. So we salute the truckers, the heroic. Am I even filming? Yeah, am I filming? Yeah, I think I'm filming. Anyway, truck stop. We're staying at a luxurious Motel 6 here in Olathe, Kansas. Coming back from a state 10 hours away from Grotuville. The idea is to sell the old Grotto Orloff International Building of Trade, probably around or a little more, maybe lots more than $300,000, and buy a building in a state 10 hours away for less than $200,000. Therefore netting about $100,000 that could be used to fix that building up. I know some of you have been commenting from the last video that it's in a horrible state of disrepair. There are problems with it that are going to be worked on, but my goal with this, in this little small town that is 100% crime free, where people don't lock their doors to their houses or cars, they just they leave their car running with the windows down when they go into the grocery store. It's incredible in this little town. It's 23 degrees out here. Did I mention that? But anyway, I don't have a collection like Forrest J. Ackerman by any means, but I'd like to turn it into kind of a pop culture museum and kind of a clubhouse for us. So you can come to this town and you could come and stay with us for a week or a couple of weeks or just a few days, and you could fish or hunt, or you could move here when you retire to this town. Of course, we put an offer down on it yesterday. We don't know that it's accepted, so let me not jinx myself, but we'll know by tomorrow at 5 o'clock if it's accepted and all that, because we got to sell this place that we're in Texas to buy the other house. But if we do, it's that first room that some of you commented, the ceiling's kind of ugly with the reflective ceiling. But if you picture 14 pinball machines and several arcade games and a jukebox or two in that room, and all those lights on the playing fields of those pinball machines reflected on the ceiling, and with cool music playing, you've got to get a picture in your mind of what I can do and what Cleo, my wife, can do to that building. And the fact that there's an elevator. Oh, you know what? And I was in a rush, and I couldn't really talk and tell you what I wanted to do with each room. But because the real estate lady was there, so I was kind of keeping a little quiet. But just in the basement, I can fit my whole collection. I have one room for records. There's a room for the comics. There's so many possibilities, and I can bring. And there's 4 floors. There's a basement, first, second floor, and the attic's finished out. And what I didn't show you, because I forgot to film it, we went on a tour through there, and then I did the video tour afterwards, is I forgot to take you to the 3-car garage with a little workshop next to it, which is as big as some houses are, in square footage wise. So another thing we could do in that big, giant, grand room is we can have little private comic book conventions. You guys can come there and help. We can just bring some boxes of stuff we're getting rid of, and we can trade or whatever. There's all kinds of possibilities. Plus, we could just take over the town. All of us 4-color fossils could move there, and then we could open a store or something. But anyway, a lot of things it's kind of closer to some of the Four Color Fossils that I do that show on Wednesday nights. Graphic Man, I think Graphic Man's only a couple hours away from this town, and I mean, I guess I can tell you what state it's in. I'm worried that one of you is going to try to get the house out from under us, but you guys are nice people. It's in Iowa. So anyway, and there's a little tiny movie theater called the Princess Theater, which was my first pet, Princess the white cat. It's not named after her, but you can walk to this movie theater and the downtown from that house. And yeah, the house was about 70 years ago. Well, it's been a lot of things. I don't know if it started as a residence, but it's been a furniture store, an antique store. For about 6 years, about 70 years ago, it was a funeral home. So that really spooks my mother-in-law. She doesn't like that. But my wife's mom and her sister and her sister's two sons are trying to find a place in that same community so the whole family can be together. That's the goal. But they didn't have as much luck. Oh, there's houses there for sale if you guys want to move there, because this is a place that's outside of time, that time doesn't touch. The last 2 years seem to have not even existed in this community. God, these truckers are heroes, I have to say. I want to just have a marathon of movies about trucks, because they're more heroes than, and I'm gonna have to perform 6 days on the road the next time we get together here on the Garage Warlock Show. Anyway, I took the dog out for a walk, but she wasn't having anything of it. She did not like being out here in the cold. So I came out and filmed the show. Am I still recording? God damn it. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so basically what I want to do is create like a pop culture museum, maybe a little bit of a store and have an arcade there, private arcade. You guys can come and visit. Oh, and Captain Strangelife has very nicely volunteered to come and help with any woodwork or anything in the house. I mean, you could come, Captain. If we get this house, and the houses in our neighborhood sell pretty quickly. It's just that my house is so fucked up and filled with shit that normal people are going to look at it and just shit a brick. But if we can sell this house quickly, anyway. So yeah, you're welcome to come, and that would be wonderful if you could come and help with whatever repairs the house might need. And anyone else that would like to come and just hang out, if you got skills that maybe you could help, because it does need painting. That is correct. Spinner X Studios pointed out it needs painting inside and out, and yeah, it needs new carpeting and things, and some of the floors need to be refinished. I mean, it's a over 100-year-old house, business, whatever, but it seems to be pretty stable, very stable foundation-wise. This is a place, I mean, they don't have hurricanes here, very rarely tornadoes. They don't have earthquakes. It's kind of a lot of natural disaster. Oh, my fingers are starting to get numb out here. And of course you're going to say, well, Grotto, you're going to get snowed in all the time. It's only snowed there like 3 times this year. They get about 5 inches a year, and I think they got a little more last year. And you're thinking, well, that's crazy. You're talking Iowa. I know what it's like in Iowa, but this is apparently a little community that for some reason doesn't get as much snow, just maybe because, and I've seen so much in the last few days, and Amish guys coming along in their little buggies, horse-drawn buggies, and always waving at you. Everybody's friendly. Everybody's like immediately your friend in this community and around there. And you drive over these hills up and down, beautiful expanses of blue skies. And when they have clouds, there are different kinds of clouds than you have in Texas. It's like something out of a biblical epic. It's beautiful there. I'm here in Kansas. It's Oklahoma was a trip going through Oklahoma. You know, they still have Sinclair gas stations there with the green dinosaur. But yeah, Oklahoma, you cross the borderline from Texas into Oklahoma, it's nothing but marijuana dispensaries, nothing but pot stores. That and yeah, it's like when in the early 80s, remember there were video stores in every strip center, every shopping center had video stores, or remember when video arcades were everywhere? That's what it's like. So I guess they've legalized marijuana in Oklahoma because it is everywhere. It's kind of ugly and depressing. Oh, that and casinos, you know, because they have the government put all the Native Americans in Oklahoma, so they have a lot of casinos. Damn, it's cold out here. But if I do a short video, then I don't get many views. Oh well. But then if I lose my fingers, then it's going to be hard to pack. And that's going to be a process. And yeah, I'm going to bring you along as I pack up the house. And this cool guy came into the comic shop and said, are you brought to Orloff? And apparently he'd been watching a guy named Steve. And I befriended him on Facebook, or maybe I was already friends with him on Facebook. I can't remember which one was first, but he came in the store the other day and dropped several hundred, I think $300 on comics. I felt bad because I kept saying, hey, we've got, you can choose from about 20 different copies of every issue of John Byrne's Fantastic Four in mint condition, but you can pick the copy that's in the best condition. Yeah, so he spent a lot of money. But he's down back in Texas locally. He said he'd help with the packing. So anyone else that would like to help me with packing in Texas, or help me unpacking and decorating in this other place, if I get it, and I'm goddamn, this is going to be a depressing episode if we get rejected in the offer, because then I'm real excited about it. But yeah, I don't want to jinx myself, keep talking about it. I think I'm going to get back in this luxurious Motel 6. Boy, is it nice in here. There's the street that this house that we're wanting to get has a name. The name of the street is significant to the movie Planet of the Apes. So when I think of the street name, I think of the movie Planet of the Apes. So when we got to the motel that night after we looked at the house, we turned on the television and the original 68 Planet of the Apes was playing. Or was it 67? The original Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes was on TV. Wonderful. So that might have been a sign from God. But I do feel, and I'm not trying to be corny, that I'm being led by God in a way. Well, not in a way, definitely. My wife loves this community, makes her feel better. I think it's going to be a really important thing to help her get better and feel better, and I think both of us are going to get healthier and lose weight and quickly become a part of this nice community or neighborhood. I hate that word, community. And I hope that I can bring in you guys to this community, to this neighborhood, to this place, this town, as either visitors or permanent residents. Anyway, I'm going to go on into this shithole, and I'll be seeing you soon.